Hi everyone, today I'm going to do an unboxing of the Try the World France box. This is a subscription box service. I believe it comes out every quarter, and they send you all sorts of unique and interesting food goodies from around the world. Each box has a different theme. Again, this is the France box, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what we get. Alright, so Try the World sends it to you in this big, sturdy green box. They're actually pretty good boxes. Can be used for storage if you need them. And the first thing you see is this culture guide. In a previous video, you'll also see that I got a culture guide to Spain in the Spain box. And for this one, of course, I have a France guide for my culture guide with my French box. First page gives you a little welcome about what they've selected and why. They give you a little information here about France. A little bit about making your own French breakfast. For breakfast, the French use spread butter and jam onto baguette or on croissants, sipping an aromatic cup of tea. Okay, well, I would like that lifestyle. A little bit more about some of the, looks like a type of buttery cookie that we'll be looking at later. A little bit about a typical French meal, along with a recipe. Here, a little bit more about artisanal finishing salt. Giving you a little bit about the culture and the history of all of the food that they're providing in their box. And then, of course, their playlist. They had a Spanish playlist on my Spanish box, and here is a French playlist. Get out your Spotify and start searching for these. Oh, you can listen to it right there on their website. They put it together for you. That's nice. I'll have to try that. A little thing about French movies. I guess the French are famous for their movies, so they give you a few to check out while you're eating your French food and listening to your French playlist, which I guess you can't do while you're watching a movie, but you can try. Oh dear, now we're getting fancy. And we get French poetry, which I will not in the least bit try to actually read for you. Sorry, that's just not good YouTube material to read poetry. I don't think that translates well. It's not my forte. Explore Parisian culture, some Paris tips. If you're there, I have been to Paris. It was lovely. Didn't get to stay very long, but it was a nice day. And that's your guidebook. A little information here about Try the World. So let's take a look at what's actually we get in this month's box. We get this first cover, which kind of keeps all the food items in your box as it ships, which is a good thing. And then you get a card which describes all of the items, which will go line by each item. And as you can see in the box, it's a big box full of little food items and some packing material. So let's start out with this thing that's sitting right here. Caramels. I'm looking for it on this card. Caramels, okay. So this is the number 2 item on the list. The recipe for these delicious chewy caramels made with butter and salt from Brittany was born in the summer of 1946, when the French celebrated peace and the return to Brittany at the end of World War II. Well, that's a reason to eat a caramel, wouldn't you say? End of World War II, caramels, they go together. That's how I would have thought. But hey, if you want to celebrate the end of World War II with caramels, I really can't argue with that. It's a beautiful thing. Let me refocus there to give you the complete ingredients list if you're interested. It's a little, this one's wood, little wood tin style of caramels. I do like caramels, so those will be good. Next up, got a little sauce packet, sauce on there. Let's see on our card. On our card, mystery treat. This must be the mystery treat. Says here I get a mystery treat. Gourmet travel is full of surprises. Discover this mystery item from France. It has been carefully selected for you by an expert chef and our team of food experts. We're sure you'll love it. Since I don't see this on my card, I'm going to assume this is my mystery treat. It is a sauce. A sauce in a little packet. Let's see, did we get any more information here? We tear it open. Here's the heating instructions. Tear it open, heating time 10 seconds, looks like in the microwave. It looks like you put it in a glass with some water. Remove carefully or else you will burn yourself, and then you put it on something. It's not giving me a lot of information here. Sauce culinaire. Christian Porter Maturday or sauce there. Okay, great. It's a sauce. Microwavable. Okay, that's no nutrition facts on this either. No ingredients. No nothing. Well, that's not particularly helpful. Thanks for the surprise treat. Try the world, but gotta see the ingredients because I'm allergic to certain things. So are we all. Anyways, let's move on. Let's see. Ooh, fig jam. This looks like the fig jam. Let's see. We got jam. All right. On close to 25 acres of family-owned land in Corsica, Charles Antona grows the fruit for his preserves with the help of local farmers and artisans. In keeping with his grandmother's original recipes, Antona combines his fruit with Mediterranean herbs to make the delicious flavored spread. Lovely. I think I got that right. Yeah, this is that is the spread from Antona. Thank you very much, Antona. And this will be lovely with some crackers, and let's just pull up the ingredients there for you. Nutrition facts. And 110 grams or 8.82 ounces of a nice fig jam. We'll go with some meats on a little tray, on a little cracker, a little bit of bread. It's fig jam. Put it on anything. Slather it on. It's good stuff. All right. Put that there. Let me refocus. All right. Let's see what else we got in the box. Next up, mustard. Whole grain mustard. I do like mustard. I especially like whole grain mustard. This looks like a nice chunky one. It's a pretty big size container here. All natural. What is this container size? Product of France. Turn it around, Sherry. 7 ounces. It's a pretty big size. Water, mustard seed, distilled vinegar, salt, white wine, vinegar, sugar, spices, citric acid. Exactly what you would expect from a whole grain mustard. Let's see, reading our little card. Mustard production in France dates back to the Roman Empire. Now in the city of Dijon, the mustard capital of France. Domine des Vignes uses quality mustard seeds and vinegar distilled from Bordeaux, and Charente, I'm probably not pronouncing this, wines to make this rich, tangy mustard. Enjoy it spread onto sandwiches or glazed over meats. Well, it's whole grain mustard. I do use mustard a lot. It looks like a nice one. There's quite a lot of it. It's a pretty big jar, so good value there. I'll definitely get that. That'll get used. All right, next up in our box. Scrounge around, feeling for something here. Oh, okay. These look like the little cookies that were pictured in our guidebook a while ago. And these are, let's flip them over. Okay, look like butter cookies. I do like butter cookies, so let's read about the butter cookies on our little card. All right. Since 1888, La Mère Poulard has been baking their signature French cookies using rich butter from Brittany. Mrs. Poulard first became famous in Mont Saint-Michel by feeding pilgrims who were on their way to the medieval cathedral on the island. Well, that's a very nice lady. She booked cookies for the pilgrims that were going to the island. That's very nice of her. So it looks like they started in 1888. That's a while ago, but it looks like a beautiful butter cookie. Can't argue with that. It is 50 grams. Product of France, 1.76 ounces. Do we have nutrition facts here? Here we go. Nutrition facts. It's a butter cookie. Don't expect a lot from it. But it's a butter cookie. Yum. I do like butter cookies. This box has been pretty good for my personal taste so far. All right, and then let's take a look. I feel around in the packaging. Oh, this is interesting. I think I found another sauce packet. Look at that, another surprise sauce packet. Cool. Not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with this. It's not giving me a lot of ingredients. I'll figure it out. I'll put it in the microwave and see what it tastes like. It looks kind of brown and thick, like might be good on some potatoes, maybe. I don't know, on a chicken. It's a sauce. All right, let's go through. What else do we have in our box here? This looks like tea. And let's read about it on our card here. Fine tea. Palais de Thrace grew from a passion for tea shared by two tea lovers. The company's founder, Francois Xavier Delmas, who has been traveling for decades to find the world's finest teas, and aroma expert Shireen Boudry, who creates refined tea blends, indulge in these aromatic teas at breakfast or in the afternoon. All right, so we got tea. Looks like, let's read the back here. Tea guys are using spice tea. Okay, lovely. I'm just gonna lift this open to see. I think we can hopefully get a couple of tea bags in here. Not really sure if this is bag tea, loose. Not sure. Let's open it. Fancy folding box, confusing me. Oh, look at that. It looks like you get 3 teas. There's an orange pico, it says. We get is this the same one? Thou do humam, ham mam. No idea what that means. That's the fun of these kind of things. Fleur de geisha. Okay, so we get 3 different types of tea packages. These are bagged teas and our little tea box. So it's a selection of fine teas from France. Nice. I do use tea, so again, I'll probably get my money's worth out of that one. All right, and then this might be our last item here. This is pork liver confit. All right, let's read about the confit here. I am bad with French. Confit. It's confit. It's a pâté. Let's see. Here we go. In 1907, Jean Hanaf began canning vegetables to help farmers easily distribute their produce. Soon after, he developed his signature recipe for quality pâtés made with high-grade pork meat and his special spice blend. More than a century later, Hanaf continues to be a leader in French pâtés. I really wish they would include the pronunciation on their cards, because that would be nice. But it looks like they've been around since 1907 making pâtés. And this is a pork liver confit. Here, let's look at the nutrition facts. I'm not entirely sure how to use this best, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. There's probably information in the guidebook had I actually stopped to read the whole thing. But otherwise, it's tasty. I do eat pork. I don't think I've ever seen a pork pâté that's it's loose in the jar. It's usually firmer, but it's probably just the style. I am not familiar with this, but that's kind of the fun of these kind of boxes, is you get stuff from around the world where it's sometimes the consistency is different than what Americans get. So that's part of the fun of the box. And so I think we have, again, to review here, we have the pâté, the caramels, hooray, mustard, my mystery sauces that I'm not entirely sure what to do with. We got the selection of teas. We got the cookies from the nice lady who made cookies for her pilgrims. And we got the fig jam. So that is our French Try the World box. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions or I couldn't get anything clear, or if you know how to pronounce any of these French names, or you're from France and you have a particularly good recipe, please leave it below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. All right. Thank you much. Bye.